Hey guys, Johnny from Live Climax here, bringing you a deck tech for Vividred. It is blue, red, green. It's the stereotypical build. So let's get started. So for level 0, we have the lifeblood of the deck. 4 of these 002k owies. Her effect is you can rest a character or a key character, and she gets 1000 power, and she also has hand encore. So really good level 0. She can help stay on the field just by ditching a card. So she stays out longer, and she can tap cards to become big to run over your opponent's characters. And there's a lot of tapping in this deck, as you'll see. So this 1/5 owie, her effect is you can pay 1, draw 1, discard 1. So early on you can help pay out climaxes, late game you can ditch climaxes, so and so. And her second effect is rest any 2 characters and give one of your key characters 2000 power. So she's essentially what you want to have in the back row along with your assist. So she just helps you get over your opponent's field. And speaking of the assist, 3 of these Akanes. She's a 500 global to your characters, and she has the effect to pay 1 and snipe a level 0 in the front row. So she can snipe runners or just problematic cards for you without, since I don't run level reversers, she's a good alternative. Next, I have 3 of these Himowaris. She's just a generic on play, pay 1, drop 1, search 1. Yeah, I play 3, which is more than I usually do because this deck needs its very specific level 1 game to really shine. So I ran 3 just for consistency. And then 3 of these Wakaba Brainstormers. Pay 1, rest her, mill 4 for every climax hit. Take a card from your clock and put it in your hand, and then clock yourself 1 for each climax. So she's a plus Brainstorm, and her second effect is you can rest 2 characters and give a character 1000, which kind of conflicts with her Brainstorm, but it's okay. She's here for the green count and to help potentially color fix you later on, or just plus you if you need a card in your clock. So that's 6, 9, 12, 16 level 0s. Moving, keep this card out. Moving on to level 1s. 3 of these 105k owies. If you have 2 or more key characters, she gets 1000 power. So really easy 106k. She's just there to beat over your opponent's level 1s. And then we have 3 of these 10 Akanes. Her effect is when another one of your key characters is front attacked, you can pay 1, send her to waiting room, and that character gets 2/5. Her effect doesn't have to be, she doesn't have to be in the front, she can be in the back. She doesn't have to be standing, she can be reversed or rested. So really versatile. It just adds in her backups and helps build pressure on your opponent because they know it's there and they have to take into account if you're going to use it. In addition to your backup, which you have, which I run 3 of, 1/1, 1/5 backup. But if you have 2 cards in memory, it gives an additional 1/5 to your battling character. So it's essentially a 1/13k backup. If you have this on the field, it's a 5/5 backup. So pretty insane. Next, there's 3 of these level 1 reverser Vividreds. She also has an on play pay 2 salvage, which is neat, and she's just a level 1 reverser. And finally, the star of the level 1 game is 4 of these Akanes docking with Aoi. On play, you can ditch any card, climax, or character, and bond for this card. And during your main phase, not climax phase, beginning of climax, you can pay 2, send these 2 to memory, and play this 2/1 from your waiting room. So really good change. The bond is super consistent, and it's just basically the game plan you're going for in Vividred. If you don't get it off, then you're already kind of behind. But if you do, it just gets out this huge card, which brings us to level 2. So that's 4, 10, 13, 16 level 1s. A pretty big level 1 game because for level 2 we have only 4 cards. 4 Vivid Blues. This card is crazy. If you have 2 cards in your memory, she gets 1/5, so she is a 2/1/9K already. And her second effect is when she reverses her opponent, you can clock yourself and draw a card. So this is continuous. It's on your opponent's turn too, so if they crash into her, you can clock yourself, draw a card. It helps you draw into your deck if you know you're running low on climaxes, and it just keeps your hand size up. At level 1, this card is really problematic because it's level 2, so it can't be hit by reversers, and it's just basically 9/5 most of the time. For level 3, 4 of these level 3 Akanes. Heal on play, and her second effect is on attack, pay 3, discard 2, and burn your opponent for 5. I don't really use the burn. I mainly use her for the heals, but the burn is there in case you know your opponent's out of climaxes. Or you can, at worst, just hit a climax early on and just get it out of the way. And then the best level 3 in the set, I think, is Wakaba. Her effect is whenever you use an S ability, give 2 other of your characters. When you use an S ability, you can give 2,000 to every character on your field, once per turn. Her other effect is she can't side attack, and when she attacks, you can pay 2 and look at the top 2 cards of your opponent's deck, and you can put up to 1 to the bottom. So basically, if you're trying to go for game, you attack with this, pay 2, look at the top 2. If you see a climax, you put it at the bottom, of course, and then you just swing. And she really is there to end games. She's just such a good card. She combos well with the level 0s and your Cicero. She also combos with the backup, making a potential 5k backup out of your 3k, and then giving 2k to your entire stage. So really good card, really good game ender, wins you a lot of games. So yeah, and then that's 6 level 3s. And then for climaxes, there is 4 gates and 4 books. They don't combo with anything in the deck. It's just 8+1 triggers. So on to how the deck is played. So at level 0, ideally you want your back row to look like this the entire game, and have maybe 1 or 2 of these owies out. It doesn't really matter if you hand encore her or not. She just is there for you if you want to encore in case you have no other level 0s in your hand. Another neat combo is, since this deck needs 2 stock by level 1, is if you attacked, say first, you went first, attacked, it dies. Next turn you play Himawari, pay 1 search your deck for this, and then you attack with both characters, and that's already your 2 stock right there, and you already searched for your level 0. Or if you have it from last turn or in your hand already, you can search for this level 1 and then attack with 2, and you already have 2 stock and you're ready to go. So, and then of course at level 1 you want to play this Akane, bond for this card if you need to, pay 2, send into memory, and play this level 2. It's not necessary to get more than 1 off, but if you do, it's not bad. This Awie's here for you in case you don't get this off. There's also, of course, this 1/0 Akane to help build pressure on your opponent, because they don't know if you have another backup in your hand, but they do know this is here, so they're going to have to beat at least a 12k level 2 to try to even reverse this. Or at worst, it's going to be like 15k. There's also the level 1 reverser to get over your opponent's cards that are a little too scary to attack in with Vivid Blue. And of course the backups to help protect your Vivid Blue. At level 2, it's kind of an awkward phase for the deck. I guess play another one from your hand. There's no need to bond and do all that, because that's just minusing stock from you. And then you sit on that basically, and then at level 3, just try to get some heals off. And then when you're trying to go for game, just play the Wakabas. But yeah, like I said, there are no level assists or any higher assists than a 500 global in this deck, and that's because this Wakaba is so good with her second effect. Since this tap is an S ability or activate ability, she gives 2,000 across the board. So she's already 14.5, and everything else or anything else can get basically 4,000 boost just by tapping 2 characters. Also, because the deck has such a low number of level 2s, the tap is also nice for say at level 1. If anything, you'd have another 500 front or something. So I'd much rather have a 2,000 pump on a level 1 at level 1. And at level 2, it's also okay. And at level 3, it just gets way too good with the Wakaba out. So yeah, that's the deck. I singled out the entire deck, so I don't really have alternatives to show you guys. But there is the level 3 Aoi that combos with the book. On attack, you can pay 1, and until the end of your opponent's turn, she gives all your characters 1/5. So that's a good card. You can consider running. Another card for level 0 game, if you think 5 greens is not a big enough number for you, you can run the 3/5 Wakaba. She's not bad. And then there's also the stun Wakaba, where if she direct attacks, you can choose one of your opponent's characters, and that character doesn't stand on your opponent's next stand phase. So another good card to consider running. But yeah, it's basically the deck. It's pretty straightforward. Your level 1 game is your level 2 game, and you just sit on that Vivid Blue basically until you hit level 3, and she's just so hard to kill, and it really frustrates your opponent when you have potentially a 15k level 2 out on the field that can't be hit by reversers or things like that. So yeah guys, that's the deck. Not much to it. It's just change, compress, clock yourself to draw only when you don't have max hand size already. But yeah, that's it. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you later.